Hey there. So we're looking at the week of March 25th through the 31st. I'm Jen Duchene, using the Illuminating Journey cards that I created. And you can find out more about them at jenduchene.com. So we have a fascinating week because it's the final week of March, and that is a full week. So the March month ends on the Sunday, so it's not a split week like we usually have. Then we also have Mercury going forward. So Mercury stations on the 28th, stands still or appears to stand still. So there's a lot of tension, as you can imagine, when it's standing still. And then on the 29th, it goes forward or appears to go forward. So it stops at 16 degrees of Pisces, I believe, which is where Neptune is. So this idea of the water and exposing things or electricity, ideas and deep water. The 29th also triggers the degree that Mercury was at when it started going backwards. So there is that. So a lot of potent energy, a lot of things coming to a head, surprises, electric shocks, and more things coming to the surface, maybe some things being submerged. So it's quite a potent time. So let's see what the cards have to say for us this week. On the back we have flight, one of the tools, wings. And so that kind of sets the tone for the week in the sense that we have to remember to rise above what we're looking at. So we can get really focused on small things and panic, but this card is calling us to rise above that and go, oh, okay, I've got to look above. I've got to look at the big view. What's really going on? What's the bigger picture? Because when we're going out, we can see the things we need to do to go forward in and start working. First card is the 23. So it feels like this is that moment. It's kind of a ultimate moment in the sense of facing the Sphinx, the mystery of the Sphinx. Ask me the riddle, I'm ready to figure it out. So there's a mental need here as well as a physical. We're combining the energy of our intuition with our creative expansion or openness. We're taking flight in a new way. We're willing to go to the desert, the shifting sands, and explore the deepness of the mystery, the unknown, what lies beyond, so we can move. 23 makes 5. This is considered the most powerful number in the deck, and it is about courage, having the courage to move forward. Card 2, and we had this last week, so that's fascinating, is the 4, and this is about building from nothing. Like, we know we've got all of this. There's the passion, there's the drive, there's the need, right? Everything's fired up, it's burning, there's an urgency inside of us to change. And so we have to systematically look at what's left and what we want to create using the material that's coming forward to us. And I'm reminded that we need to look at the shadow of what there is too. This is really important, that we remember that everything has a shadow, that everything, creates something. There's something beneath the obvious, just like the riddle. What is the question we're asking? What is the intention we're setting? How deep are we willing to kind of dig down to really put down strong foundations, create new systems, be okay with the fact that things are falling apart, not try to glue them back together needlessly. And that's a 4, which is very much about bringing ideas into the earth. And then the third card is this one, the 24. And so this one speaks to me about rest, taking a breather, kind of maybe doing something like fishing or looking at, okay, this is my idea or the what I'm building, creating, dreaming of, and I need to make sure that I'm going in the right direction. I'm putting down what's needed, what's necessary. I'm paying attention to everything, the big picture. I'm connecting to nature, to my intuition, and I'm slowly building. So this card is telling me we can't be in a hurry to fix things. Like, we really need to go back to basics and build, because remembering that everything is kind of reduced to nothing, and here's an opportunity for us to get really creative about how we do things instead of just rushing to kind of glue everything together. Remembering that the original, undercard, the flight, this idea of letting our bodies and our connections and our truth take flight, have wings, and so we can rise to a new height. We can allow this immense opportunity to open us up and give us some expansion in a new way. So what's also fascinating is here, we're in a 12 universal year. So 2 + 1 + 9 makes 12, and 1 + 2 makes 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, and that's about coming to that creative, curious place of something different, knowing the old is done and we have to activate in a new way, birth new things. Then we have a 5, a 4, and a 6. 2 and 4 is 6. So this tells me we're reaching another point where we're taking all of these things that we're starting to recognize and realize and putting our abilities and our mental capacity and our expanded hearts to work to create something new, something that can communicate and come from a place of discipline and devotion, but really building something new. So let me know what you get out of what I've shown you. Perhaps you see something else. What does it mean, what I'm telling you about this week? As we move, we're ending this 15-6 month, and we're moving into a 16-7 months. So that's quite a shift. And we're wanting to connect to our hearts, to our community, to what's important. Our values are, everything is just kind of falling away, but our values and what we're focused on. Like for me, I've noticed that suddenly all these ideas and thoughts that I've had on my list for ages are like, I'm like, okay, I have to get to work now. I have to apply myself and let those things that have no value to me or cannot help me where I'm going just fall away. So give me a comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. And of course, if you want to find out more about the cards or me, jenduchene.com. Till next time.